Hey everyone, Tariq here. So in this video, we're going to talk about a potential U.S. recession. We're going to listen to Larry Fink, CEO of Blackrock, the largest institutional manager on the planet, speak. So let's hear what he has to say.
Going to have a recession in the United States?
As I said on Monday in a talk that I gave at the New York Economic Club, I think we're very close, if not in a recession now. What may be...
You don't need that.
Good. What may be happening is a lot of people are buying in advance of the elevated increases, like lines around Apple stores buying iPhones and all that stuff. But I believe all the uncertainty is really making everyone pause. And everyone's wait and see. And so I think you're going to see this across the board. We just say slow down until we have more certainty. Yeah. And, we now have a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs. That means longer, more elevated uncertainty.
Speaking of...
Okay, so he said a lot of things there. So we're going to focus on basically the potential for a U.S. recession. The reason why this is important because when these recessions happen, usually stocks and crypto crash a lot. So let's go back into a little brief history of U.S. recessions. Recession, if you guys don't know, is usually a contraction over around 2 quarters by definition, or GDP dropping around 2%. Now, since the Great Depression, there's been around 14 U.S. recessions, and the average recession lasts around 14 months, Now, after each recession, there's usually a pretty big expansion, Expansion lasts around 47 months, and we can see here on this chart of this graph, So basically, we see the red line, the red area is the recession, and then the blue is the expansion. So just like when you go work out at the gym, you work out, break down your muscle tissue. When you rest, muscles grow back stronger. And the most recent recession was in between February and April 2020, i.e. the COVID crash. So that was absolutely catastrophic for stocks and crypto. For you guys that have been investing for a while, you guys remember, for you newbies, it was insane. So to give you guys a quick recap on what took place, Bitcoin was so cheap during the COVID drop. It was insane, We take a look here on TradingView. By the way, great tool, TradingView. Bitcoin dipped to as low as almost $3,800, about $3,900 in March 2020, and now it's well over $80,000. And the same thing happened with the stocks as well. So what this means is usually when there's a recession, stocks and crypto can potentially crash because there is a big contraction. A lot of people run from these assets and they run to the safety of gold. So right now, as we see, the stock and crypto has been down. Gold is flying, Gold has been on an absolute tear. So we just take a look at gold over like the last 60 days. We can see it's just going up, So this is coinciding while Bitcoin and other markets have been going down. So we take a look at the Bitcoin year-to-date chart. You can see Bitcoin's been going down. Gold's been going up. All right, this is why people usually, when they get scared, fearful of economic uncertainty, they move to the safety of gold and cash, bonds, stuff like that, right? So now, how do we even know when a recession is happening and when is it going to recover? Well, I like to look at a great tool called the Buffett indicator. So the Buffett indicator is a free metric that I like to use to track basically recessions and recoveries. So basically what happens is that the Buffett indicator is basically the total market cap over the total U.S. stock market cap over the GDP. So when this ratio gets out of whack, when it approaches 200, that's usually when we're going to experience a recessionary type of environment. So right now the Buffett indicator is at 178%. And as you can see here, it's correcting. It's correcting by a lot. So we take a look at this chart. Let's move this over a little bit. So right now it's at 178. Now the last recession that we had, the Buffett indicator dropped to 120%. The total stock market cap over GDP. And in 2022, there was another brief sell-off and recovery. The Buffett indicator dropped to 137. It's currently at 178. So I think we have some downside risk. I really don't expect I really don't expect stocks or crypto to go much higher over the next several months. And that's simply the selling may go away. I really think we have to be careful of what's about to take place. And if you take a look at the stock market, okay, we can take a look at, and I really like to look at the monthly RSI. Why the monthly RSI? Well, it's just a really good indicator of where things are headed. So we can see here the stocks have been dumping, okay? Last 2 months have been very red. Now, when will this end? Well, we take a look at the monthly RSI. During the COVID drop, the monthly RSI hit about 40, okay? Almost 40, hit 41. In 2022, at the bottom in 2022, the monthly RSI hit 42. So right now the monthly RSI is only at 53. So I think stocks are going to tank a little bit more. But the good thing is I do expect them to recover, okay? So I would think we'll probably have it maybe another 5-10% haircut in the stock market. Crypto as well should hover between 70 to 90,000 over the next few months. Now I don't expect Bitcoin to drop below $68,000 because that's simply the price that it was on election day. And that's also Michael Saylor's average buy price around $67,000. So if you're holding crypto right now, don't expect a lot of gains, I would say, over the next few months. Things should turn around, especially in October, okay? October is historically a strong month for both stocks and crypto. It was extremely strong last year. I expect that trend to continue. So the way to protect yourself, what to do. So we kind of know that the next 3-6 months could be a bit rocky. Probably aren't many gains to be made. I think a lot of people are going to just either get scared and get out of the market or just sell in May and go away. A couple of things you do. Number one is you can run to the safety of gold. So as I showed you guys, gold has been really strong so far as people are running to the safety of gold. If you don't want to buy spot gold, you can invest in GLD. GLD is the Spider Gold Trust. It's done really, really well, okay? This is one option. As you can see, it's just been soaring this year, right? So gold's been doing really well. Other assets have been selling off. There's this bit of an inverse relationship. So one option is to buy into GLD if you want to run to the safety of gold. Or you could purchase spot gold. But for you guys that have brokerage accounts like on Robinhood, pick up some GLD to help, in my opinion, add some safety to your account. You don't necessarily want to sell everything because if you're up big, you have to pay taxes, capital gains taxes. And like I said, the recovery will happen. Not exactly sure when, but it should happen. There's always been an expansion historically. Second thing you can do is buy put options. You can buy put options against the S&P 500, the SPY, or the SPY, or the NASDAQ 100 QQQ, or against your actual positions if you want some downside protection. This is another way to protect yourself from a potential sell-off so you don't have your account wrecked. And I think the third thing is to simply just really pay attention to the Buffett indicator. The Buffett indicator is going to let you know when you need to get back into the market, and you'll start to see this green line reverse. So obviously you can also track the SPY on the monthly as well. But the Buffett indicator is just a little bit easier for, I think, everyone to understand. You don't have to be able to read charts or anything like that. You can just bookmark that page and follow suit. So once we see the monthly RSI on the SPY approach, I would say, we'll see what happens here. But I'm thinking we'll probably go a little bit lower. Once it approaches around between 40 to 50, that should be a good signal to get back into the market. So be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be giving you guys information on when I think that will happen. I'll let you guys know when I think it's time to get back into the markets. But right now, it's definitely a time to fly to the safety of gold, Bitcoin, or just risk off assets, or just load up on those put options. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. If a recession is coming up, be interested to hear your input. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe to the channel for more videos from me. That's all I got until now. Thank you for watching, and take care.